Do you want to just describe briefly what mood you were going for when you were pitching it to Jae to make sure it was visualized the right way?
So when I devised Inhumans, I think there was one thing, a choice that Jae and I made, certainly a choice that I made, that I think set it apart. The core fundamental thing that I noticed with Black Bolt was that he couldn't speak.
Yeah.
Right? That was really important to the character. And if he speaks, then his voice is so resonant that stuff blows up. So there's a great opportunity for having the world crack in half, or, you know, breaking Galactus's helmet or something because Black Bolt speaks. And that's great and all, but it kills the character. He's not supposed to speak. And so our tone was intentionally quiet in that first issue. It was supposed to be, it was very reserved and it was very quiet. If you look at the top left of that screen, you can see the quiet kind of approach of just moving into Black Bolt. And it says, you know, something along the lines of, you know, imagine that you could never speak, not one single word, what would you say? Right? You know, and it goes through this whole thing of in this first issue of kind of showing him observing his people. He's part of a rowdy family. He's got this whole thing. The whole weight of Attilan is on his shoulders, and he carries that weight, but he cannot speak. Now, I thought this was a metaphor for America. Like everything I did in Inhumans was very much a metaphor for the melting pot that is America. And so, you know, he's got this crazy brother, but he doesn't speak. He witnesses this whole incredible city in this first issue. He goes in and out, all of the ups and the downs and the people and the diversity. You know, it's this incredible melting pot. And then there's this scene, that scene that you're actually on right now with Medusa was really important because she was a very, very important character in the book. And that scene right there is basically her talking to her handmaiden. There's one where she talks, and, you know, she's tying her own hair at night, getting ready for bed. So she's using her own hair. And she's talking about her love for her husband, but her fear that her husband can never kind of tell her that he loves her. So I think we grounded it in any person reading it could understand these feelings, but that Black Bolt went about his entire thing with all the palace intrigue. You know, you can see it right there. There's all this like people around and the intrigue of the palace and all this stuff that's happening, big events that are always in the lives of them, but he never speaks. Why did we succeed? Because he goes 12 issues in that thing, and we never had him speak.
Yeah, and that's
I'll
where
look at all the other ones. Every single other one that I see, he the writer or whatever the team wants to have something explode visually, so they break the character, in my opinion, by having him speak.